Hi, Joe McCusker at the Weymouth Club today for a better version of you. We're going to go inside and do some working out. Come on. You coming? Okay, folks, we'll be right back after this. Hi, everybody, we're back. Barry's going to go over some quickness and agility drills for us.
You know, what we're doing here basically today is we're working on agility for athletes, okay? And when I'm working with athletes and working agility, I always think about it in terms of three phases. Number one, the first phase would be quickness, the second phase would be power, and the third phase would be speed. Now, the first demonstration will work quickness, but it is important to know that all of these different phases, all these different components that we're working, they all kind of tie in together. One thing helps the other thing helps back the other thing, and so it's not like one thing is separate, all in its own entity. They all work together. Okay. So even though you're working quickness, the quickness drills we're going to be working are going to help improve her speed and help improve her power. The power drills we work will in turn help her quickness and her speed, and vice versa, all the stuff, you know. So that's basically what I wanted to make sure was clear with everybody, that all of these things have to be worked hard, and they're all going to help collectively to improve her athleticism.
Excellent.
All right. Okay.
So it's very much like symmetrical bodybuilding, right? So
correct.
You're working on different things, not one, like you can have huge legs but no upper body strength.
All right. Yes.
All of this is going to be helpful and works in concert with each other.
Correct.
Excellent.
And the first thing, when we're talking quickness drills, we'll just show a couple of real brief drills. We have a standard ladder, and the goal of the ladder is for quickness. And really what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her a pattern, and she's just going to run through the ladder doing that pattern. And the reality is there are thousands of different patterns I can pick, I can come up with. You know, doesn't matter what pattern I use. The goal is she wants to be nice and low in an athletic position, and she wants to move through that pattern as quickly as possible. Now, when
by low in athletic position, I remember always when I was coaching kids, it was always
yeah, you want your knees bent, you want to be a little bit lower. If you're doing drills and you're up tall doing it like this, then that's not how you play out on the court or on the field or on the ice, okay? Right. You're always playing in a nice athletic position, so you want to train that way, okay? So regardless of the pattern I give her, she just wants to be as quick as possible. That's the goal of any athlete, be as quick as possible. When you first start it, you obviously start in a slow pace till you get comfortable with it, and then she can pick up the pace. Right. And we're going to try a pattern. Ellie, let me have you do the pattern where you go 2 feet in each box. So 2 feet in, 2 feet out, 2 feet in, 2 feet out. All right, go ahead. Just start like 3/4 speed. 2 feet in, 2 feet out. Good. And notice how she's nice and low. Knees are bent. Good. And walk back to the beginning. And we're going to have her do it one more time, and now we're going to have her pick up the pace. Okay, so we'll do the same thing, Allie.
She's going to pick up the pace from there.
Yep.
Wow.
And the goal is to be as quick as she can be. All right? Okay, walk back to the beginning. And we'll show one more quick pattern down the line. Okay, we'll have her go left, right in, or excuse me, right, left in, right, left out, right, left in, right, left out, all the way down the line. Go ahead, Allie. 3/4 speed. There you go. Good. Walk back to the beginning.
We're gonna have her do it's good exercises for tap dancing too, maybe.
We'll have her do it one more time, but now she's going to pick up the pace. And the thing I want to have her change is she's actually going over a large distance as she's going forward and back. And what I want to see her do is I want to have her hug this black line a little bit more. So instead of here, I want to see this right down the line, so she's actually hugging that line a little bit better. Go ahead, Allie. That's better. A lot better. Good. Good. So a lot quicker. She got a lot more out of that one than she did the first one. Good. Okay, walk back to the beginning. Now, one other thing I want to mention is when I'm working with athletes, you can do things with 2 feet, so she's on both feet kind of doing her thing, or you can do a single leg drill as well.
Okay.
The difference between the two is obviously the single leg is harder, but over the long run, when you're doing a lot of single leg stuff, it's more functional because when we're on the field, we're not hopping on 2 feet. We're usually, springing ourselves forward off one leg. So if you're training on one leg, you actually get better results, quicker results, better results. Right?
Probably give you some more balance.
Correct.
Anytime increase the strength.
Yeah.
Right?
Anytime you're on one leg, it's that the balance component is there, and it helps train you a little bit harder. Right?
Yep.
Okay. And just so we can have someone see you do something with one leg, let's just have you do a zigzag pattern with that single leg. All right. Just side to side. All right. Go ahead, Allie. Good. Excellent.
Now that isn't something that someone that's coming off athletic trainer. Here I am. Working this as best I can.
So as you can see,
I mean, you can see it already gets me. I'm winded.
He's winded. He lumbers a little bit when he's doing it. Not as an
it's the
insult, but
truth.
it's definitely more of a
It's the
lumbering
truth.
motion. It's a lot harder.
And I know I didn't stay low. I felt like I was very much
right.
I didn't stay low in that.
So,
so
what
I
we'd
could
have
use
you
some work on this strength.
Yeah, we'd have you obviously master the double leg exercises for the pattern first, and then we can progress to the single leg. All right?
So if I was new, then I just wanted to make sure that we cover this. I know that whenever I would do a lot of this, kind of, with the kids.
Yeah.
I got about 3/4 of the way before I fell out. For training, there's easy ways that you can use these and not have to do the intricate ones. And,
right.
Don't expect more. I guess better said, don't expect that you're going to be able to do this proficiently right out of the block. It's about staying consistent with it and working at it.
And even with
achievable things, right?
Exactly. But even with an elite athlete, a lot of trainers will come in and they feel like, I want to have the most elaborate pattern as I can, a nice, neat pattern. But the reality is, it doesn't have to be elaborate. Pick a simple pattern, but just make sure your athlete is doing it correctly.
Right.
If they're doing it correctly, they're getting a lot out of it. As opposed to keep messing up because you're adding this crossover and this backflip and all these kind of crazy things, and they're having trouble just even focusing on the pattern. You don't want them to be thinking too much about the pattern. You want them to be comfortable with the pattern. They're focusing on the quickness. Do you know what I mean? All right.
And this is really neat because you don't even, you could use a ladder. You can get these online.
Yep.
A lot of different places. You can even draw this out.
That's where, in
a driveway.
You can take
chalk it out.
Chalk it out, spray paint.
You can go to a tennis court. You can go anywhere to do this.
Correct.
You don't need to be at like the Olympic Training Center in Colorado.
Yeah, and you don't need to spend $50 on a ladder. You can buy a piece of chalk for $1. And,
right.
Yeah. All right.
See, and please don't think that you're going to take the ladder that you use to climb up in your house and use that because you'll break your ankle, tripping over that. But anyway.
Okay. And another drill we can use, it's the same concept, working quickness, is just a mat with some dots on it. Now you can come on over. And I'm going to have her demonstrate just a triangle pattern. So she can start in one corner, and she's basically going to move into a triangle pattern, 2 feet. All right, and the goal with this, again, is regardless of the pattern I come up with, I want her low in an athletic position, and I want her to work quickness. So, Allie, just give me 5 times around. Go ahead. 2, 3, 4, and good. Good job. Good. All right.
So you just go you'll do like a clockwise or counterclockwise.
Yeah,
you try to stay.
Yeah, she was adding the
there's
different.
times when I've gotten on this thing and I start doing this and then I'm doing this and
Right, and she, I wanted her to go into just a triangle pattern. She was actually adding the different directions, which is fine.
Yep.
And the reason why I didn't say anything is because as long as, again, she's low and she's working quick, she's getting something out of it. So I don't need to stop her in the middle and say, no, you're going the wrong direction. No, who cares, really? Make it fast, make it quick. And if you're doing it quick,
doesn't have to be perfect.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
Wow, is that good news or what?
Right.